241. That's a look at your traffic. We'll send it back to the desk.
All right, Stephanie, thank you. 6:36, rather. We are following breaking news on Rising. Authorities say a freight train carrying hazardous liquids derailed in southwestern New York and is forcing the evacuation of several homes there. Governor Andrew Cuomo says about 15 cars derailed around 11:30 last night. No immediate reports of injuries or fire, but at least 3 of the derailed cars contain hazardous liquids, including ethanol. One car has been leaking, but it has since been contained. Emergency crews evacuated several homes, while other residents have been urged to remain inside their homes. Also, brand new as you wake up with us, more breaking news. A Florida teen is back in jail. You may remember he was arrested last month for impersonating a doctor. Palm Beach County jail records show that Malachi Love Robinson was booked yesterday and now faces 5 charges of fraud. He was reportedly busted after performing an exam on an undercover agent and giving medical advice.
Brand new from overnight, 2 people are dead and at least 7 others injured after a car crashes through the front window of a busy Massachusetts restaurant. The crash happened last night at Sweet Tomatoes Pizza in Newton. That's near Boston. Authorities say the 2 people who were killed were restaurant patrons. Witnesses say the SUV came barreling down a hill and failed to stop at an intersection before plowing into the restaurant. Classes are resuming in a Southwest Ohio school district 2 days after authorities say a 14-year-old boy shot students in a school cafeteria. School officials say staff members will ride on buses this morning and be outside the school to welcome students back. Crisis counselors will be on hand, and extra staffers will join students for lunch in the cafeteria where the shootings occurred. Authorities say 2 students were shot on Monday and 2 others hurt, possibly by shrapnel or while running away. The 14-year-old shooting suspect remains in juvenile detention.
Astronaut Scott Kelly just returned from his 4th mission in space. This mission was special even by astronaut standards. He took part in groundbreaking research, set a space travel record, and shared the experience with the world. Pretty crazy stuff. Reed Binion reports.
Scott Kelly back on Mother Earth after 340 days in space.
Astronaut Scott Kelly returning to Earth after nearly a year on the International Space Station, the longest period of time any American has spent in space.
It's always bittersweet when you leave this incredible place.
Kelly descended into the Kazakhstan desert on the Soyuz spacecraft along with 2 Russian cosmonauts. His mission included a battery of tests on the effects of zero gravity on the human body. And Kelly was a unique research subject. His twin brother, astronaut Mark Kelly, was on Earth the whole time, allowing scientists to compare how their nearly identical bodies are different now that one of them spent almost 12 months on the so-called final frontier. Scott Kelly shared his mission with the world with thought-provoking observations.
The thin veil of the atmosphere on the limb of the Earth, I wouldn't say it looks unhealthy, but it definitely looks very, very fragile.
And awe-inspiring images of Earth's majesty as seen from outer space, shared on social media. That unique beauty perhaps explaining Kelly's somewhat melancholy tone towards the mission's end.
Leaving this amazing facility is going to be tough because I'll probably never see it again.
Reed Binion, Fox 4 in your corner.
Well, Kelly is set to return to his home in Houston tomorrow. And I was thinking about when you're on a cruise ship for a week and you feel the ocean still long after. Imagine being in space for a year and having to readjust to gravity.
And all the scientific data they're going to be able to compare, the identical twins. That's just fascinating.
Yep.
All right, well, grab your peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Spring training is officially getting underway in Southwest Florida.
It's not only good for baseball fans, but a boost for the economy as well. Millions pouring in. Fox 4 Rising's Mark Jackman is at JetBlue Park in Fort Myers, where the season's first game will take place. Mark?
Kelly Warren, we're here at JetBlue Park Fenway South, where today the Minnesota Twins will be taking on the Red Sox. And you take a look behind me, you can see it's absolutely empty right now with Wally, the only super fan here this early in the morning. But later on today, this place is expected to be packed once the Red Sox have their first spring game of the season, as hundreds of thousands of baseball fans travel through Southwest Florida and the rest of the state for spring training. The Red Sox will kick off their first game against the Minnesota Twins at 1:05 this afternoon. And since the Red Sox and the Twins train in Fort Myers, both teams bring big boost to Lee County's economy. A spokesperson for the Red Sox says all of these out-of-state fans will help our local economy, and that Sox Springs training all bring in about $25 million. It looks like tonight is going to be a pretty packed game. I was just on the Red Sox website, and they only have standing room tickets left between 5 $115. And if you missed the game today, make sure that you check out tomorrow's game. They'll also be playing the Twins against the Red Sox. That game will be at the Twins CenturyLink Sports Complex, happening at 7:05 p.m. And if you are going to go to either one of these games, make sure to plan a little bit ahead because they are known to make some traffic. We're live here in Fort Myers. Mark Jackman, Fox 4 Rising.
All right, that's a badly needed injection of cash into the economy. Well, spring training is also underway for the Tampa Bay Rays this afternoon. They take on the Washington Nationals in Port Charlotte. In a couple of weeks, the Rays will travel to Cuba to play an exhibition game. It will be Major League Baseball's first trip to the communist island nation since the Baltimore Orioles played there in 1999. President Obama plans to attend to cheer on the Rays as they take on the Cuban national team in Havana on March 22nd. The game will be televised by ESPN. Well, standardized school testing has been controversial with local parents. Now, Florida officials are working to change up how your kids are tested.
Plus, how comfortable are you turning over your steering wheel to a computer? Well, most Americans didn't feel safe with the self-driving car trend, but one Florida museum is working to change people's minds. We're going to tell you how. Coming up, you're watching Fox 4 Rising.